Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the brand new video game review series for poor people like myself. If you can't afford to buy every brand new video game under the sun and want to know where to place your hard-earned money for a video game that you were gonna play for months and years to come, this is the series for you. Today we're gonna be reviewing Predator Hunting Grounds for PC and PS4. It's a $40 game for the regular edition and $60 for the deluxe edition. So the main points we're gonna be hitting on are fun factor, graphics, lifespan, story replayability, online factors / replayability, and developer support. And does it go bang for your buck? So let's go ahead and jump into the video. So Predator Hunting Grounds for PC and PS4, fuck Xbox, was released on April 24th, 2020, 2 days ago now, under not really much hype whatsoever. Not really much. I've played it on stream, every stream for the past couple of nights. So I've got a pretty good understanding of the game, how it works, how to play as both sides, Fireteam and the Predator. So I thought this would be the perfect video and series for people like myself who don't have the money to buy every brand new video game that comes out. This game is a $40 game, and I just wanted to get the word out there for people who could be in between buying this and buying Final Fantasy VII, buying this and buying Marvel Spider-Man, which is on sale, this or Days Gone, this or The Last of Us Remastered, this or God of War. So let's go ahead and jump into the story replayability for this game. There is no story. There is no story whatsoever. It is an all-online game. It is an asymmetrical 4v1, one Predator versus 4 fire team members versus the AI. There are AIs on there, so there are, besides having AIs, there is no story, there is no replayability. There are only AI soldiers in the game against both sides. So let's move on to the fun factor of the game. Is the game fun? We'll start with that. The game is fun when it works. The game is very fun when it works. Playing as the Predator, jumping through the trees, jumping from tree branch to tree branch, using your thermal vision, using your thermal cannon, using all the weapons he has at his disposal. When the lunge works, it's really fun. Even the fire team, for like a basic, just another FPS game, it's still really fun. It's really fun to have the worry of, okay, well, the AIs are on my ass, I'm trying to complete objectives, and you got fucking squads of AIs coming in and swarming you, and then you gotta worry about this fucking crazy dreaded alien up in the fucking trees shooting plasma cannon bullshit at you. So I mean, it's really fun and intense when it works with the fire team too. The Predator chasing people down, stalking people, using your cloak at the right times, flanking people, catching people out of position, splitting them up on your own, making them have to split up, downing them, going from downing them, getting into a tree, playing it smart with the Predator. It is really, really fun when it works. And that is, like I've said, when it works. Half the time it doesn't really work right. Half the times you'll go to use your Pred Core, as they call it, and jump into a tree, and you'll press the X button when it will tell you to, and you'll start the animation for jumping, and then all of a sudden your Predator will do a complete 180 and just start fucking T-pose falling to the ground, and it's a little funky. Tree branch, Pred Core doesn't really work the way you want it to. It's very clunky. You'll be trying to get to one tree branch, and it'll take you a 360 around the tree to another tree branch, or you'll be trying to use your lunge, your leap, that's what it's called. You'll be trying to use your leap, and that won't work half the time. You can't double tap circle to fall off the tree limbs half the time. It doesn't really work the way it's supposed to. Even in the combat where it's supposed to work the best for the Predator, I literally, you'll probably see it in one of the video clips at some point in time, I had to chase a guy around a fence and a guard post about 10 times before I was able to catch him, because the lunge for the Predator just does not work. Now, the game probably works half and half. It's probably half the time it doesn't work and half the time it will work. So probably out of 6 games, 3 games you're going to have a lot of fun. 3 games it's going to be like, what the fuck is this? So that's kind of crappy, but at the same time, when it is fun, it is really fun. And also, we really need to hit on how well the game is made. The game is not made very well whatsoever. You can clearly tell there's no anti-aliasing in the game. It is jagged as hell. The graphics are very 2013-ish, and I mean, graphics don't make the game. I truly believe gameplay makes the game, but when it literally hurts your eyes to play the game because of how poor it looks, and the frame rate, how bad the frame rate is, and you've had 2-3 weeks since beta to fix these things, that's really not that acceptable. Anti-aliasing is not a hard thing to add into a video game, and anybody with eyes and who understands what anti-aliasing is can boot this game up and tell that it has no anti-aliasing whatsoever, and it really sucks to see that, because the game could have been made so well. I mean, even the animations are not very good whatsoever. Half the time when you do a predator kill animation, your hand's going to be off to the side of their head and their spine's going to be coming out of the other side, completely away from the player body. You're going to be stabbing air most of the time when you go for a stealth kill on the AI. It is just not made very well. It's not made like a game should be made in 2020. And that's just really, the state that this game came out in is just really unacceptable. I mean, I don't have the best eyes myself, and neither does my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law has very bad vision. He literally is pretty much legally blind without his glasses. And he was in my stream watching, and he said it hurt his eyes really bad in pretty much any mode you're in. It's a very choppy looking game. You can tell that it's just not, they rushed it out. It was very rushed, you can tell. They got the idea, they got the license, they were told they were on a time limit, whether it was themselves giving themselves the time limit or the license owners giving them the time limit. You can tell it was a very rushed game. The animations, the graphics, the lack of graphics, the lack of animations really show that. But the next thing I want to go to is online factors / online reliability, and what we're going to be talking about with this is how are the servers? Well, the servers, they're pretty good. The servers, I've had pretty damn good ping in every server in every game I've played, whether it be Fireteam or Predator. I've gotten pretty high ping. I have really good internet. I haven't really gotten any lag whatsoever when it comes to anything to do with the servers or anything. The online replayability, it's pretty replayable. As far as online replayability goes, I mean, that falls into so many different categories. Customization, different character types, different classes. And the game has it. It has 4 different classes for each Fireteam and for the Predator. I couldn't tell you the classes right off my head. I know there's a Scout for both. There's a Juggernaut for both. There is Recon for both, and there's Assault for both. Or for the Predator, it's called Hunter. And each class has different core stats. Your different health, stamina, sprint speed, and armor, stuff like that. Each one has different stats for it. Now, I mean, it's not insanely different, but each class does change the look of your character, which is really cool, and it also is added to by having different character customizations for the Predator and for the Fireteam. You have different heads, you have different body types, you have different war paint, you have different skin colors for the Predator, different dreadlock colors for the Predator, gun skins, glasses, baklavas, bandanas, a Sub-Zero mask, which is strange. So it has a lot of customization, but it doesn't take very long to unlock all of it. I've been playing the game for about 2 days, as I've said, and I've almost hit the max level. I'm about halfway to max level in 2 days. And while the points they take a while to get the points to actually unlock the stuff, I could see myself having most of everything unlocked in about 2 weeks of playing it for about 4 hours a night on stream, 5 hours a night on stream. So there is some replayability there, but there's not like replayability as in, okay, well, I'm going to be playing this game for the next 6 months and not get bored of it. I'd say in about a month or 2 months, you'll have everything done. You'll have played on every map. And the maps, there's 3 maps or 4 maps with the same objectives, the same layout, 3 different spawns on each map, I believe. there's just not much there. You only get to play as Predator and Fireteam. There's no Alien yet, no nothing yet. So once you have everything unlocked, and there are different weapons for the Predators, there's different weapons for the Fireteams, but there's just not a whole lot there. It's stuff that you're going to have unlocked within a week or two of playing, and by the time a month hits, you're going to have played on every map as each side probably around 1,000 times. So there's replayability. The replayability is probably on a scale of 1 to 10 at maybe a 4. Past 2 weeks, it's probably at like a 4, probably. So there is replayability, but it's not replayability as in, okay, well, I'm going to be able to play this game as much as I played another asymmetrical game, such as Dead by Daylight. It's more on the lines of Friday the 13th. You unlock everything in about 2 weeks, you play on every map in about 2 weeks, and you've killed everybody in every way possible in about 2 weeks, which is really unfortunate. But let's move on to Lifespan. This game, I truly believe, is going to be the flavor of the month. And this kind of goes in with one of our topics of developer support. The devs, the queue times were really bad. We'll hit on developer support. The queue times were really bad on launch night, on 4/24/2020. They were really bad. I sat there for 15 minutes a couple of times waiting on a Predator game, and I sat there for 6 or 7 minutes a couple of times waiting on a Fireteam game. But the devs immediately, about an hour and a half in, already had a message in-game at like 1 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, 1:40 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, saying that they were working on fixing it. And that's some dedicated support right there, and I can really appreciate and respect them supporting their game and making sure it's playable for everybody, even at 1:48 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. That's really nice to see. But as far as developer support goes with DLC and everything else, it's really, we don't know yet. There hasn't been anything announced. I think they're just trying to get past launch. But in my personal opinion, there's not much they can add. They've added mostly every weapon that Predator has used in every movie. You have all the mainline action movie assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns. It's got a fucking minigun. You got your grenades, flashbangs, healing kits, healing syringes. For the Predator, you got different add-ons like decoys and trip mines, and guns and bows and war staffs and war clubs. The only other thing that I could really see them adding and it actually having a big impact is actually the alien from, Alien. And I mean, while it is entirely possible, it's hardly likely. Maybe it's hardly likely whether it's where it's just a licensed Predator game. But I guess we're yet to see that, and that goes into Lifespan. Without having any more content added with developer support, they could definitely add new maps, but you can only play the same guns and the same loadouts with Predator and the Fireteams for so long before that gets old. So I mean, the really only thing that I could see that they could add is new maps and new game modes, and an Alien. And really, even then, the lifespan of your game's only going to be 2 months at most, 3 months at most. And I mean, if that stuff's not added fast, like within a month, then I mean, I give it flavor of the month, and it's horrible to say because I was so excited for this game, but I give the lifespan of this game where it's at right now about a month or a month and a half. With developer support, it could probably go 3-4 months, maybe half a year, so 6 months. So I mean, really, the final question is, does it go bang for your buck? I would say it goes bang for your buck if you are a huge Predator fan, and if you're a huge asymmetrical game fan. So if you're a big fan of games like Dead by Daylight, a big fan of games like Friday the 13th and some of the other top tier asymmetrical games out there, if you're a huge fan of them and you can't get enough of them, and you are just a die-hard fan of Predator since 1987, then yeah, it goes bang for your buck. For at least $40, not the deluxe edition. But if you're like me, who likes Predator, has always thought Predator looked cool, has always watched the movies, but hasn't really lived, breathed, and died Predator, but you're a big fan of asymmetrical games like Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th, you're really better off buying Dead by Daylight. That game has been alive for a lot longer, and it's going to continue to live because of the different characters, different survivors, different perks that comes out, different maps that come out with the killers and the survivors. I'd say if you are stuck, I'm making this series for the factory worker, for the Walmart worker, for the Dollar General worker, for the, gas station worker who can maybe buy one game a month or one game every 2 months. If you're sitting there on $60 right now and you're like, okay, do I want Predator Hunting Grounds or do I want Final Fantasy VII? Do I want Predator Hunting Grounds or do I want Spider-Man and God of War because they're on sale? Do I want Predator Hunting Grounds or do I want Death Stranding because it's on sale? You're going to want to go with any of the other choices. Final Fantasy, you're going to want to go with that. Marvel Spider-Man, you're going to want to go with that. Predator Hunting Grounds, for the casual gamer who sees Predator and says, cool, it does not go bang for your buck. If you have worked hard over the past month saving up for a video game this week, and you were looking forward to Predator, and you were looking for reviews, wondering if you should buy it, I would hold off. Wait until it goes on sale. I'd say this game, it goes bang for your buck at about $20, $30, not $40, not even $30, really. $20, $25, it will go bang for your buck. But past that, I cannot recommend this game for $40, and I sure as hell cannot recommend this game for $60. For a game in 2020 to come out with this much lack of content, this rushed, the graphics in it, the animations in it, you can tell it was very rushed, and it was kind of just a cash in on the name of Predator. And that's really unfortunate to see as a Predator fan. Again, like I said, I'm not diehard, I don't live, breathe, and die Predator, but I'm a huge asymmetrical game fan, and an asymmetrical game can be very fun without the best graphics, i.e. Dead by Daylight. But when your animations are terrible, when your game only works half the time, when there's this much of a lack of content, the graphics really do add on to that, and the animations really do add on to that, and you cannot help but talk about them. The one praise I will give this game is the devs were down to fix it at 1:48 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. They were down to fix the servers, and they did, and the queue times are a lot better. Their servers themselves are very good. I haven't lagged much at all, so that's very good. But as far as everything else in this game goes, it just cannot be recommended for $40. I would pick it up on sale at $20 or $25. I would definitely, if you got that money, Dead by Daylight is on sale for $20 right now, and it will go bang for your buck. So, yeah. I'm sorry if this disappointed anyone who was really looking forward to Predator. I really regret buying it. I should have actually watched someone do a review like this because I'm a poor person. I'm very poor, and I don't have the money to just shell out on games that you can tell were rushed and cashed in on names alone. I really don't have the money to pour into a game like that, and I really do regret buying this, and I want to save someone else from making the same mistake I did on the same budget that I'm on. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this new series. We have a couple of videos like this in this series lined up over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be doing probably Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, Mortal Kombat 11 1 year later, and a couple others. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.